With the upcoming She-Hulk series expected to be 10 episodes unless they change that, there is a lot of excitement to see some returning Hulk characters, such as the Hulk himself, Abomination, and of course Thunderbolt Ross. And now we're hearing that the villains of the series are going to be frequent disposable Avengers villains. Yes, that's right, the Wrecking Crew. Like anything in Marvel, you need villains. You of course need a villain to go up against a hero, or multiple heroes. So the Wrecking Crew seems to be the ones that are going to be getting the push. This is according to Lizzie Hill, who dropped this exclusive recently. Now in Marvel Comics, the Wrecking Crew is what you would call disposable villains at best. Like, they're not big names, and they honestly seem pretty well suited for a TV series. Now, when it comes to the members of the actual crew, you have Thunderball, Bulldozer, Wrecker, and Piledriver, who I assume has no association with the Canadian Destroyer. Some of you will get that reference. In my opinion, perfect. This is perfect. This is exactly what you would need for a She-Hulk. A crew, and no pun intended, of characters that can go toe-to-toe with multiple Hulk-like characters and really show, how deep and obscure Marvel can go in terms of their back catalog of characters and what they can put on screen. And I think in terms of character, viability to stand toe-to-toe with a She-Hulk and the Hulk, the Wrecking Crew can do that. I mean, they've faced the Avengers, and they've gotten the upper hand a couple of times. Of course, they always end up getting defeated, but there is something here that I think is worth exploring. And since you have a crew of villains that needs to take on She-Hulk, my guess would be she puts together a crew of her own across the series towards the end, and the Wrecking Crew is somehow tied in with whatever's going on with a bunch of the clients and, what's happening in the courtroom. So you could probably have She-Hulk assemble her own crew of like the Hulk, A-Bomb, Scar, however you say that. Possibly Thunderbolt, maybe Betty. I mean, the sky is the limit. The world is their oyster. They can do whatever they want. The series will be a hit, I assume. I mean, it's She-Hulk. Quite a decent fan base for that character. So the more obscure they can go for a first season with villains, I think the better. Because let's just expand upon things we don't expect. If the villain just ends up being, it's Abomination for 10 episodes and a movie or whatever they're going to do with them, or it sets up the Thunderbolts, that's not that interesting. But introducing new villains alongside established ones is the best way to do it, because that's literally how they've done it with the films.